Okay, it started recording, so I guess we're recording now. I don't have anything to say. I don't even really know why I'm making this video right now. It's because I'm making a video because I haven't felt like making a video. And that's maybe what this video is about. Is I don't really feel compelled to say anything. Since the shift, it's been just the past couple of days since the shift, I suppose, of Pluto into Aquarius. There's been just this kind of space that feels like it's opened up. I don't know how to describe it. And I just haven't felt the compulsion, the desire so much to be sitting here talking on camera. There have been feelings, certainly, but I've worked through them. Mostly journaling, talking out loud, maybe the fact that I now have a partner I can discuss my emotions with is making a difference. Go figure. And my feeling the need to express these things on video or out loud in some capacity. But really, I mean, otherwise, because even with that, there are other things I'd like to discuss sometimes, but it's just nothing's coming up. I got nothing to say. I got nothing. And I just don't really feel particularly compelled to pull tarot at the moment. I haven't. It started because I was feeling terrifically anxious, and the anxiety, as of the past couple of days, has largely subsided. There's still stuff bubbling around, but it's kind of just, I'm in the flow. I'm letting things happen. I'm taking things moment by moment, day by day, and time is moving so quickly. Time is moving very quickly that most of the spare time that I have is spent sleeping or eating or reading or making music or just being quietly. And I don't know, I just haven't felt real compelled to do this. And so then there's something in ego that very quickly, I don't know, is uncomfortable with that change taking place, because it's a significant shift from what I've been feeling, I suppose. And then it's, who am I if I'm not making these videos, you know? Now I've been doing this for a year, and it started because I felt compelled, because I was experiencing things that I didn't know how to explain, and I didn't have anyone to talk to them about. And I just needed to talk. I just needed to express myself. And I wanted to put that stuff out there, knowing that other people who were experiencing it would find it. And I wanted to make those connections so that I felt less alone, and hopefully other people felt less alone. And now I'm very aware that so many people are feeling the things that I have felt and I'm feeling. There's a whole community, not just out in the world, but people that I have met and spoken to in person who have had spiritual awakenings, have had experiences with this stuff, and they're watching life shift before their eyes. And I just feel more relaxed about all of it at the moment. Like it's time maybe just to take a back seat, or just hands off hands off the wheel a little bit. I don't know. Just kind of take a breath and relax and let some things unfold, because we are in this place where a lot of the transitions have now started. They're occurring. We're being pushed this new direction into new experience. But we're in a sort of in between. We're in the waiting room, for lack of a better term. We're just at a place where there's really nothing to do except see what happens. So just hang out and surrender to this and relax in it and let things unfold. Everything is changing. We just let it. So I don't know. There's a tiny inkling to pull tarot, but I don't want to force it either. There's of course the part of me that's freaking out and saying, oh, the longer you go without pulling, the rustier you'll be, and the harder it'll be to get back into it, and this and that. And well, first of all, it's, I think, like riding a bike. I don't think it works like even that necessarily. It's just intuition. It's just feeling. It's just accepting what happens in that moment. But there is panic there of you're gonna lose your touch. You're not gonna know what you're doing. I started pulling cards as a coping mechanism because I was trying to understand what I was feeling. Now I understand it more, a lot more than I used to. I have different ways of looking at the processes taking place within me. And I feel like have a better handle on it, a more relaxed one. And then as far as ascension goes, for the collective, it's taking place. It's happening. It's obvious. I mean, it's like impossible to miss in terms of the changes and the awakening, people paying attention to things, seeing how things are happening in a synchronistic way, looking back at their lives and seeing how it's been divinely orchestrated. Again, it's like it's all happening and there's really nothing to do. There's nothing to do. I've been tracking this because it was interesting, because maybe I had some concern too about guiding things, pushing them the right direction, but it was never going to go another direction. It was always up. We've always been on this pathway, moving up to the highest reality, the highest time cycle, whatever you want to call it. That's just what it is. It's happening. And again, it's unfolding. It will continue to happen at the rate that is most appropriate, optimal. Things will continue to escalate. I just don't really know what else there is to even say there at this particular point in time. There's no point worrying about anything. There's nothing to worry about. There's no danger. There's no threat. All of that is illusion. We're moving through that. And I don't know. Certainly there's still an aspect of ego that is judging the pure being, the lack of doing, saying that if I'm not, again, making videos, pulling cards, talking about esoteric things, then who am I? Then who am I? What am I doing? What value am I offering the world? What am I doing with my life? I'm just being. I'm just here to be. I'm not here to try to change anything. I'm not here to do anything specifically. If I feel like doing a doing, then I'll do the doing. Otherwise, I'm just here to experience. I'm here to be and to allow, and I just feel like tapping more deeply into engagement with the moment and what's happening around me. A lot of this, I think, was an escape from that, or again, just a coping mechanism for it, because I felt so uncomfortable in my body and in my surroundings. And that's likely to happen again at some point here. And I know I've had this struggle with dissociation, but even so, all of this, I just want to relax into it. I just want to ground and feel present and aware, and really not think so much, not contemplate things so much. I am caring less and less about understanding and more about just accepting. I don't need to know how. There's no answer. There's no good answer to how. It just is. It is. Because that's what it is. And I'm tired of asking that question and looking for answers. And I'm ready to just be in the moment and accept it fully and become aware that any anxiety or discomfort I do feel, I can integrate into my present moment experience. I don't have to fight it. I don't have to get rid of it. I don't have to push it out. I don't have to freak out over it. I can just accept that it's here and make it a part of my being in the present moment. Include it, let it color my experience with that sensation and actually turn that into just more arousal. I can do that. And I'm just really into existing. Really just turned on by life. And being. And again, I am really interested in manifestation and figuring that whole thing out. It feels like I was in a place of kind of pushing too hard there too. And then it's time to just relax. Relax, ease off the gas, put your feet up, take a breather. That's what it feels like. Just cruise, just coast. So I'm going to just let that be what it is. And if I don't feel like expressing something in particular, then I'm not going to pressure myself into it. There was a little bit of that here, but also the interest of making a video about not caring to make videos. I mean, that's an expression in itself, so there's not judging any of it, letting it all be an expression. Again, that there doesn't need to be a point to any of it, to anything. Doesn't have to mean anything. It can just be because it is. Really leaning into that. Everything is just for the experience, for the desire. It doesn't need to be complicated. Doesn't need to be understood or comprehended. I feel like just letting things be and enjoying. I just want to enjoy the unfolding. I want to enjoy what is unfolding in my life experience because it's fucking magical. And I just want to be really here and really present for it. And that doesn't mean I stop expressing. There's plenty of expressing. That's a part of the unfolding. It's happening in other ways now, which is really cool. But that means I gotta just relax. I want to just relax about my identity, my definition of self. It's loose, it's undefined. I am not any one thing. And I don't lose myself because I start doing or stop doing a thing. It doesn't change my being. It doesn't change the essence of who and what I am. So maybe there will be videos, maybe there will not be videos. Who knows? I don't really know. Depends how I feel. If I feel the desire for it, then I'll do it. And if I don't, then I won't. And I'm not going to judge that or question it. I'm going to let my energy flow where it wants to, and if it wants to flow away from this avenue and into other things, if it just wants to read, if it just wants to sit quietly, then it can do those things. Everything is changing. Just gonna keep doing that. I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's about it. That's about it. I have been helped tremendously by this understanding that I've been applying, that we're meant to feel good, that existence is bliss, that anything that evokes a sensation other than that is ego attempting to distract me from the persistent peace and blissfulness that is the natural state of existence. That's been powerful to acknowledge and to pay attention to. Certainly there have been triggerings that I witnessed. There was a powerful one last night. Old patterns within me, old defense mechanisms, egoic reactions that were previously utilized in an attempt to control the displeasure of others in order to feel safe. Again, just seeing how much ego operates in an attempt to feel safe, and it doesn't feel safe. It puts the power to feel safe in the hands of other people. And so everything is focused externally and in controlling the perception of others. But if I just notice that, recognize first of all that I have no genuine desire to control another's perception, I don't wish to participate in that kind of manipulation, then I can let go of that piece of it, experience the emotion isolated from any manipulation attempt, just experience that energy flowing, hold space for it, hold space for the egoic reaction, let it move through me, let that energy release, and then that's it. It's done. And I get to actually enjoy that process. I get to enjoy holding space for myself and having space held for me. which is a really remarkable thing. Feeling safe to just feel whatever sensation is there, whether it's a genuine emotion or a reaction. A lot of times it's a blend, and I get to just feel all of it. Letting that energy flow, and then it's released. And it's on to just smiling again. And I can feel appreciation for that entire experience. I can be genuinely enjoying and feeling good about crying, about feeling pain. And it feels so good to be held. God, does that feel good? To be witnessed, to be held in love and spaciousness and just allowance. And it's I am being held in my holding within for myself, it just compounds it. It's like space added to space. And it's so beautiful, and I just want to do that. I just want to do that. I've felt a lot more present in the past couple of days. And I don't want to question it. I'm just enjoying this. Being here. Again, lots of other things being felt, certainly. Other situations arising. Definitely noticing. There's a part of me that really enjoys resenting. And enjoys the drama of a push-pull interaction with my bandmates. There's understandings taking place within me there of what it is I really want. There's conversations to be had. But it's all kind of just, that'll happen. Everything will happen. Everything will unfold the way that it's intended to. I don't really know what all of that looks like necessarily. I'm just most interested in existing right now and right here. I know that stepping outside of the present moment is really just not interesting. I like dreaming. Dreaming is nice, but dreaming is done from the now. Dreaming is done in the now. When I'm dreaming now, I'm feeling and experiencing all the wonder of that dream right now. It's not a future projection. There's nothing in the future. There's nothing in the past. It's all just right here, right now, and that's where I want to hang out. So, I'm going to just keep breathing, noticing the sensations that are arising, noticing when the mind is trying to distract me with a thought from the bliss and the peace that is the natural state of presence, of being here and now, and then just integrate those sensations into the present moment, into the bliss and the peace. Focusing on being in my body, getting more into that, opening there. There's lots of opening happening there. Just exploring the experience of right now. That's it. That's it. Day by day, moment by moment. Letting everything arise. Following desire when I feel it, wherever it leads me. And just kind of quietly being, because that feels good to me. So, that's it. That's what I'm doing. I think like I'm gonna just go read and rest because I'm tired. But it's nice to hear myself talk. I do love the sound of my own voice, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, and I don't really have much else to say. Again, I'm not trying to do anything. I'm not trying to be anyone. I'm just being and expressing and sharing because I feel like it, and there is no deeper reason to it than that. So there you have it. All is all should be. Really, really, truly. And it is all profoundly well, and it is all unfolding exactly as it should. And I just want to be here in the unfolding and the magic happening. So that's what I'm going to do. Have a beautiful night. Take it easy. I love you.